Hello, welcome to Accounting Online. My name is Mark Swain, and I'll be your instructor for this course. I'm going to show you some navigation tips in Blackboard, so you'll see this in the background. And when you go on, because you're a student, you may see it slightly differently. So I'm going to navigate here and put it into student preview, so hopefully it looks a bit more like what you see rather than my back end of the website. Welcome to Fulton Montgomery Community College, or FM. If this is your first experience, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for choosing us again. We prefer to say FM, so if this is a business class, we talk about branding in our marketing electives, and Fulton Montgomery Community College is starting to brand itself as FM, so you may hear me say that. We also have within our business division a Biz Hub. So sometimes I locate videos, and this video being one of them, on the Biz Hub YouTube channel. And if you ever have a chance to be on class or on campus, we have office hours in the Biz Hub where you can come in, use the computer lab resources, talk to professors, talk to myself and other business professors to help guidance. But as you're online, there's no need to do that. As I will be hosting videos. But if you'd like to have the combination, I'm more than happy to help you out during my office hours. So the number of students in the class will be between 10 and 15. So depending on how things move along, what you need to do is once a week is to make a post. And I would say probably around Thursday would be a good time. The post will open up on a Sunday evening late. Or like early hours of Monday. In the first few days of the week, you should be reading your PowerPoint slides for the chapter, reading the question, watching any videos on Wiley. Your Wiley book has an online resource, and it has loads and loads of resources and practice examples, and I'll be sending you assignments as well. And you need to respond to either an assignment and definitely a discussion post each week. And then I have a calendar that I'll be laying out for you in the next few days to show you when tests will be. There'll be 3 major tests, and then your discussion posts are very a big piece of your grade. So when you write a response to a question, please make sure it's more than just one sentence. Make sure you've read it and I can see your response. You will not see other people's responses until you've posted. So please go ahead and do that. So the discussion is right here on the side, and you'll click on discussions, and this is your first discussion, and it's going to be up and live as you see this video. And then next week you'll have module 2, and we'll go through maybe 13 modules. I'll finalize with those in the next couple of days, and we'll be going through each one. And here you're going to introduce yourself to the class. You just write a paragraph or 2 about yourself, like are you a business major, you want to go into accounting, maybe what high school you went to, do you have a family, just anything you feel like you make the learning environment more useful. And I'm going to talk a bit about myself in a second, so that might help you fill in your information. I want you to know what the accounting equation is, so I want you to answer that. Here I gave you a hint, ALOE, which the accounting equation, once you read the book, you'll know, and if you watch this video, stands for assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity. But I'd want you to describe each section. So L is the liability. So if I was describing a liability, I might say, I would like to discuss how a car loan is a liability, and I would talk a bit about that. So I don't want you to use car loan, but businesses have liabilities just like individuals do. So maybe you could research some of the business examples of a liability. Now they would probably buy a car too, so that would be maybe a loan on that. So read that and start to feel comfortable with the accounting equation and each section. And the first chapter is just an introduction. We talk about how we introduce and increase assets and decrease liabilities and vice versa. But as we move through the course, you're going to start to see terms like debits and credits, and we're going to make sure that we navigate those. And you have to really understand the basics, the first few chapters. And I'll be honest, it's a difficult class, and it can be a struggle, but I promise if you hang in there for the first 3 to 4 weeks and listen to me and get familiar with the whole equation. The language is very new if you're not familiar with business and accounting. And knowing these debits and credits it's like a new language, but once you get it, it'll make your life a lot easier. Okay, so here you go. You have the home page, which I will post announcements. And here I have a welcome. So you'll click on the welcome. And here I have some links to the syllabi. So if you click on the syllabi, which I'll be doing, and they've got spring syllabi here, which is under the content tab as well. So under content, you can click on the syllabi, which I'll do in a second. Every PowerPoint slide is on your Wiley Plus link in, but I've also posted every single PowerPoint slide here, 1 through chapters 14. But you'll notice that we don't do chapter 12, and we do not do chapter 7. Okay, so let's go back to content. And here's the syllabi. So I'm going to quickly walk you through this. This is the detail of the syllabi, and you can obviously print it out. These are my office hours online. Here's the link to the Wiley. So when you buy the book, you click on this. This is your class ID, and you should see my name. This is when I'm in the Biz Hub at lunchtime from 12 to 1 on Mondays, and then I have another office hour from 1 till 2 on Mondays. But you can email me and I can get back to you at that time. You can give me a phone call at that time. I'm here to help you be as successful as you possibly can be. This is your textbook, which hopefully by now you have this. It's imperative that you have it for this class. And once you buy this textbook and you get the code, it is good for this class and the next class. So, I have the book and I've used it for years. And it's very helpful, and the online is extremely helpful. And then you can use other resources too, and I'll be posting some links to other things. Here's a description, which I'll show you in a little bit. I'm going to go down to see where we have the grading method. So quizzes, I'm going to give you some short quizzes or things that I will ask you to do to post that I will grade, will be worth 1/5 of your course. Participation on discussions are worth 30%. So if I give you 20-point discussion, all those discussions will be added up and at the very end be worth almost 1/3 of your grade. So make sure you spend some time with these discussions, and you have to respond to 3 people's discussions. So this discussion here, when I post, when I'm one of your colleagues, I want you to respond to different posts and have some insight. And sometimes students make mistakes, and you may say, if you feel pretty confident, look at page 20. I think it may be you flipped those debits and credits, and I'll jump in and discuss with each of you as well. So please use this time mindfully and be thoughtful in your responses and be respectful. So here's the syllabi. I'm going to let you read the details. This is the grading rubric. I'm going to close this out. And if you click on start here, so you come back to your course, you'll notice I have contact information. So this is my phone number if you want to call me. Email is quicker, but if you want to leave me a message, you can. But with email, we can arrange a time to talk if needed. Here's the learning objectives, so you can take a look at that. Here's the evaluation method again. Here's the academic integrity. So, please do not plagiarize. Please do not copy and paste from the textbook and post it as your own. There's a video here that I posted to avoid plagiarism. Netiquette, if you watch this, is pretty helpful. These are only like a minute or two long. But the idea is we don't want to write in capitals. You want to be respectful. Take some time to read your post. And then here, your next steps, the first thing I did was just post the discussion post. But each week we'll have a discussion. It starts Sunday evening and it ends the following Sunday evening. Once you're done, if you miss the discussion and you miss the homework, there's no point. You can't go backwards. You have to do it within that week. So manage your time. The first week is not too challenging. I wanted to just warm it up, take some time to go through the process. And I'm going to post this video as number 8 on navigating the course. So I spent the first 10 years of my career in business, and now my last 12, 13 years I have been working in education. I've worked in a high school for a while. I've worked in higher education. I'm currently taking my doctoral degree in leadership. I have an MBA, a Master's in Business Administration, with a major in finance. As you might be able to tell slightly from my leftover accent, from England. I lived in England. I worked in England, and now I'm living and working in the US. My doctoral degree is in leadership and education. And I spent several years at GE Corporate as a lead financial analyst. I've been a director of finance and administration and accounting. I teach advanced bookkeeping. I teach a lot of marketing. And you'll see that as we go through the course. My experience will help guide you through this course. And I will give you some real world examples as we continue to get to know each other. All right, so this video is a little bit longer than I usually post. It's going to be around 12 minutes by the time we're done. But I just wanted to introduce myself. Here's a picture of myself at the beginning so you can get to see me. And maybe as we go through the course, we'll have some video interaction to get to know each other a little bit better. This was a picture of me at my sister's wedding a couple of years ago, giving a speech in England. All right, well, it's been a pleasure to get started. I'm excited. Please spend a lot of time just reading these initial posts. And into the content section, right now, we just have the idea is you read everything in the first week, you go to discussions and you do module 1. And then after this week, I'm going to start to post module 1, module 2, module 3, and you'll have more information in each of those modules and with expectations. And I will also be, in the next few days, posting a detailed calendar of where I expect you to be as we go throughout the semester. The course is challenging, but it's worth it. Put the time in. A typical class, you spend 4 hours a week in it. So I would spend 4 hours reading, researching, going through a chapter of each of your books, read those chapters, read the PowerPoint slides, read the short videos that I'll post to you. Sometimes I'll post videos, but you have to be logged into Wiley to watch the videos, and I'll explain that too. And then read the questions, the module post questions, and read the literature, and then hopefully you'll feel comfortable responding. Welcome to the class, welcome to FM, and I look forward to getting to know you all a lot better.